What's going on, YouTube? DarkWorldMOFO here with Dan from the organization, and we also have with us another guest commentator. But real quick, just a reminder of this: it is a best of 5. There is no time limit for this round, but slow play will still be enforced. Siding is allowed for games 2 through 5. You never have to go back to normal desk list. Have fun and play fair, and thank you for entering YGOrganization Circuit Event number 2. You may begin playing now. But anyway, we have Fire Fist versus Spellbooks. The Manch is playing Spellbooks, and Nick J. Lloyd is playing Fire Fist. I'm gonna let Dan and Jeremy kind of take it away and introduce themselves.
Go ahead, Jeremy.
Hey everyone, my name's Jeremy. I'm Sharpman on Duels Grounds and Dueling Network. Good to be here. I played in the tournament earlier today, but power outage unfortunately forced me to drop out. But glad to be here.
And my name is Dan. I'm the founder of YGOrganization.com and the person who threw these events together.
He does an amazing job with these tournaments. I know most of you watching this have watched the previous ones. That's probably why you're watching it now. But if you guys are new to these, make sure to check out all the links in the description, especially YGOrganization.com. That's one of the most important, guys. That is Dan's website that he has to keep up and running himself. He has to pay for every single thing that he puts on that website, etc. He has to keep it up and running. So make sure to go check out the site. Click an ad if you guys want to, man. It's really going to help him out, and it takes 2 seconds, He really wants to keep these tournaments going. The website isn't just the tournaments either. He posts amazing, informative news on the game constantly. He has a huge part in the online Yu-Gi-Oh community, and if it wasn't for him and his partners, you guys would not know probably half the stuff you know, to be honest. So it's really nice to show him some support, because it really makes him happy and it keeps him going, definitely. But let's get to the game. We got Spellbooks.
The ideal
Go ahead.
The most ideal thing you can have in Spellbooks is Tower, Fate, 2 in Graveyard, and Blue Boy.
Oh yeah, dude, perfect.
No, 3. He could have had Crescent, too.
That's true.
I suppose.
I'm just nitpicking because I can't.
Ideally, what you want to do is then you Fate the Blue Boy, banishing the 2. It flips the Blue Boy down. You get a search for secrets, and then Tower puts the Fate back.
Oh yeah, that's what he can do right now.
This is how you want every single game to open. It used to be a lot easier when we had 3 Fate and 3 Tower. It's involved like absolute craziness. Freaking Master made that open so much easier. And then Judgment came out, and everybody figured out how the deck works. And now World is out, and Fate's at 1, and
yeah, World is very, very important. It's definitely changed a lot of what books can do. Because if it wasn't for World, this deck would not be able to keep up.
I remember reading cards like Fool of Prophecy and Temperance, and wondering if they were the reason DMOC was staying banned. And it's pretty clear that the reason Magician of Faith came back is because Fate went to 1, and every worthwhile spell except Dark Hole is gone.
Yeah.
At 1, you can't just keep flipping the Magician of Faiths down. But Dark Magician of Chaos, I've always wondered, like, why can't this card come back? It's exactly what the deck needs. It's a tough boss monster that gets back a spell. And instead, they made one with 100 more attack that gets back 2 spells and has
and can be special summoned by... Well, who knows? Anyway, so Fire Fist versus Spellbooks.
Yeah, the MST for Tower.
Yeah, and that's pretty big because now you can't recycle Fate. I remember in pre-Tachyon format, March 2013, Prophecy had a very, very good matchup against Fire Fist. But then there was no World, but there was also no Wolfberg either.
And there was 3 Fates.
Yeah, this is also true, because now he's cut off from Fate, which is pretty important.
It's the deck's Achilles heel at this point, is the inability to use Fate. It can't be copied with Master. Without a second Fate to banish it, you can't get it back with Eternity. There's ultimately nothing you can do to get a second Fate off except for using Power now.
Well, you can banish it with Priestess and then Eternity.
Yes, but there's also the fact that you're using your Temperance to get Worlds, so Priestess would have to be very early.
Yeah.
I suppose World can get back the Fate, though.
Mm-hmm. wait, what did... Oh, yeah, he didn't flip his magician face down, that's right.
The magician of fate. Okay, so we've got some deep thought. And a cell phone. I'm assuming that was DW's.
He's got to have, yeah, Mirror Force, and it really doesn't seem it, but Mirror Force on two magicians like that is really, really huge in terms of, like, the position that the spellbook player's in.
Oh yeah, and monster count and using the cards that require a spellcaster to be on the field, very important.
Back when I first was running the deck in my area, like just before May, when Tachyon came out, a lot of people were still citing EEV because of Tachyon being on Dueling Network. And I kept telling people, if you want to beat the deck right now, use Deck Devastation Virus, because the only monsters in my deck are these Spellbook Magicians and my Veilers. And if I don't control Spellcaster, I can't Fate you and I can't play Master.
Right.
And it would get me killed. Like, switch to DDV. And then, even in the post-Dragon world, DDV was taking away Veiler, Maxi, and 3 of the 4 baby dragons. Like, it was a ridiculously brutal card, and it was not seeing nearly enough play that format.
DDV was very, very good. Myself and another couple friends of mine, Gilles Gibault, who topped recent ARG event in Montreal, and Aaron Riker, we all cited one copy of DDV for the Dragon Ruler Mirror, and just other random things like Chain Burn, Gear, whatever. But it was actually surprisingly good in the Dragon Ruler Mirror, because you'd hit everything that was like hand traps or whatever, and then you'd know their hand, and you could just go for game without any problems, unless it was an emptiness around. But
that's literally why I was using things like Hand Destruction, because everyone would just play their whole hand, and then in the end phase, one of the 2 quick play spells from either deck would replenish the entire thing, and you just flip over Hand Destruction and you'd hit hand traps every single time, or babies.
So, something that I'm not so sure that I agree with, that what happened back there, on the first turn when the dragon attacked, he faded the dragon face down.
Huh. Well, he had the bottomless in case it flipped up, and the blue-white could attack over it. It only had 400 defense.
But he used, he lost the free fate there. Like, he had to use 2 cards to get rid of that one dragon, who was just an 1800 vanilla at that point. I guess if there was Fire Fist trap cards. It was just, I would have flipped this magician down, I think.
Do you have Nick's deck list?
I don't know.
Okay, just give me a
I don't have either of them.
Alright, I'll send them to the chat so you can pop them up, and so can Marshall, so the subscribers can see what the 2 deck lists look like.
Well, I think that my dueling network's dead.
As long as it's not the electricity in your house again.
No, my Skype is still on, so it's not that. I might have to restart my computer. Let's see. I find it really interesting that Nick's main decking 2 Maxi. Whoa. He's also playing 3 copies of Tensu. So he's just going for aggro, basically. And he's also not playing a Silent Honors Knight.
He isn't?
No, he doesn't have a single copy of it.
I've seen a lot this tournament, just like the old Big Eye Wars. People bring out Shark Knight, and then their opponent takes it back with their own Shark Knight. And in game 2, the same thing happens to him, and he gets 2-0'd, and it's like, you can bring it out in defense. And that won't happen to you.
Oh, here we go. I'm back on now.
Regeki break. So we have effectively 2v2, because Tensu, I typically ignore continuous cards like Fiendish Chains when counting card advantage. Tensu is just an 100 boost, and lets you normal summon an extra time, but you can just treat every monster as if it was infantry if you want those.
Yeah, I don't know if. Well, it's hard to judge a situation like this in terms of card advantage now. Like,
It's hard to judge the game in card advantage, and people are gonna have to because you're constantly in a position of like just a really terrible example, but the first one that comes to mind, if Manch had top deck like Debris Dragon and brought back Wood, then that's Exciting Knight because he's got one card to 3. If you have a big advantage, Exciting Knight is just gonna turn you inside out.
Hey guys, I'm sorry I had to step out for a minute, but what did I miss? I missed a lot of stuff.
yeah, well, right now, Manch is in an okay position. Well, okay, not anymore. But he's got tower. If he can get through a turn, we're keeping that tower. He'll be okay, but it all depends on what.
Wow.
Oh, that's a good draw. That's a really good draw.
That is a good draw.
This is part of why we're having 5 duels, because when you have something like single elimination and you get as far as the finals, you don't want it to come down to something like top decking Temperance and Bear.
Oh yeah.
So we know Manch has a spellbook of power in hand.
So he needs to. He's got 2 draws to draw to this. Because otherwise, there's going to be a Wolfbark next turn. It's just going to get a whole lot messier.
He's got 2 Temperances in his graveyard. How many does he run? He's got to get 2 draws off the tower unless it's another MST set.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah. He could top Secret. He's got a lot of outs. He could top Secrets. He could top Life. He could top Eternity. He could top another Temperance potentially. Wish my internet hadn't crashed. So maybe. Has anybody got any kind of a read on what Nick's back row might be?
I can't really see his graveyard since I was gone, so I kind of missed what happened. But you guys could tell me what's in his grave. That'd be cool.
Dimensional Prison, Mirror Force, Fiendish Chain, 3 Dualities, a Tanky, a Wolfbark, and an MST.
Ooh, Cardinal. That's not good.
He has a Tanky in graveyard, so Cardinal does have 2 targets. He can legally activate it, and then he'll have 2 in there after doing so.
Wow, so that tower's gone.
No, he's gonna put back World and something else out of Mash's graveyard,
Oh, okay, that's right.
reducing his outs
Right.
like quite a bit. Because now Life won't be enough. Or wait, no, there's no World in Nick's Mash's graveyard, is there?
There is.
Oh, okay.
His graveyard has Fate, 2 Blue Boys, Bottomless, Stoic, Foolish Burial, Divine Wrath, a second Stoic, Regeki Break Temperance, Regeki Break Temperance.
Yeah, so now he's just left to 1 out, and that Wolfbark is just going to bring another free guy back the next turn.
The back row isn't responsive to summons, and it could be responsive to attacks because Deep Prison was used, so it may just be something else.
No way!
Well,
Ripped the Life.
He does have the Temperance.
Yeah, so he could get Big Beater.
I honestly feel like it's a 10 cent or a 10 Ken set.
Yeah, it's probably one of the Fire Fist traps.
It's been there since he played the Dragon, so I'm thinking that too, yeah.
Match Flame Priestess. See, this is a situation where I get Priestess over World because you can't use World's effect here.
I think he's nervous about what that back row is.
But and that's why you get Priestess, so you can just blow it up.
Exactly. There's also the issue of the trap isn't 1,000 attack boost.
Right, which is probably why. Well, no, he used the power regardless, but the power definitely helped for that scenario.
Yeah, but now he's still got the trap card though.
Am I mistaken on World's effect?
He can't because he special summoned Temperance this turn.
Okay.
That's why.
You definitely don't want to go Priestess in case the thing's the 1,000 boost then. Because you can get over... Oh, I guess he has the...
Well, he's not playing Priestess anyway, but what I meant is I would get Priestess there so that I could blow up the trap card before attacking. And then he boosts the guy by 1,000. Yes. But it would only have been... His Wolf Bark would have been 2,800.
I was more thinking
is still enough power.
Which is at 2k and would go to 3k.
Power would still be enough.
Yeah.
And then his Cardinal would just be sitting there doing nothing.
Yeah, there's the 1,000 boost, exactly.
Yeah. And it's just little things like that I think Priestess is still worth playing.
I didn't know he wasn't running Priestess. I would definitely still run the card.
Yeah.
I used to run Charioteer and Strength back before we had Abyss Rising, and then shortly after having Abyss Rising. Because Inzectors were just everywhere, and Charioteer basically turned every spellbook in your hand into Veiler. Strength was a good way to keep Crescent alive, because it would put your spellbooks from your deck back to your graveyard the way Tower does. But that's a very, very long time ago. It's almost... How long years ago is that now? You can't just do one.
They came out Return of the Duelist.
Yeah, so just about 2 years. No, not quite. A year and a half. Abyss Rising was November. Yeah, okay. A year and a half.
I'd say this one's looking pretty good for Nick.
I thought he can't get Dragon.
He can't.
The Watchers chat. Chat.
Why doesn't he just get a bear?
Because he has to repair the game state first.
Oh, okay.
Top deck life. Tower, put back life. And then somehow draw it. Or maybe he drew into secrets. We know his set is an MST for the life, or he'd have used it on Tower.
You know set's what?
You know his set is not MST for the life.
Oh, okay. I thought you said because he would have used it on Power. I was like, what?
It's on Tower, the MST.
He put back Tower again. Life is still in his grave, isn't it?
Oh. His only spellbook in graveyard at this point is Spellbook of Life.
Why did he put back Power instead of Life? I'm so confused.
xCloud's telling people in the Watchers chat that he doesn't play Bear. He said no, he plays 4-axis without Bear.
Yeah, he didn't get back a Bear because the only monsters in his graveyard are Wolf Barks and a Dragon.
Oh yeah, that's right. He returned him with the Cardinal.
Yeah.
So Nick wins game 1. I'm gonna pause this recording so that I don't have to see the siding.
9 Super Magician of Fates and so on.
Alright, well we are into game 2 now, guys. Fire Fist took game 1.
You might want to make sure you don't time out, by the way.
Oh, I'm not. I think I spaced a little bit ago. There we go, space enter.
Nothing makes you realize how short 20 minutes is like that frickin' timer.
Oh, it is 20 minutes?
It's 20 minutes.
That's you nailed it, because that definitely seems like, maybe 7, 8 at the most.
Oh, alright. I gotta step out for a bit.
Okay.
I'll be back.
No worries. Let's bring in Earl in the absence, because he volunteered to.
Oh yeah, definitely. Let's get Earl in here. I haven't talked to him in probably close to a year.
Just be prepared for sight, I guess. And let's see here. Set fate, setting Regeki break, setting divine wrap. And Earl rejected the call.
Dan, give me 10 or less, all right?
10 or less?
Yeah, I need to go do some stuff, but it won't take more than 10 minutes. It shouldn't.
Okay.
All right, bye guys. I'll be back. So he starts with a fire formation Tenki. We know Ranch has a fate set, but he's not going to use it. And more than likely he has the Geki break set. And there's Mind Crush. So he'll call Fire Fist Bear. Get a good look at his opponent's hand, which is always a tactical advantage. No reason to not take that. So we sighted in Mind Crush, which is probably a good idea with how much searching this guy does. We have Mystical Space Typhoon on the Regeki break. Nope, the Spell Look of Fate. Well, at least we're going to get a Book of Moon out of it then. Banishing Secrets and Master to flip down or set rather, the Spell Condition of Prophecy. Use the opponent's hand, knows that there's no Fire Fist Bear in it, but there's Wolf Bark. Certainly a lot more devastating than Bear. We're going to want to Regeki break that. So you better flip that card open, watch. He did show the hand, but it closed very quickly. So now we're back at the Wolf Bark. And here's the Regeki break. Discards the Spell of Power. We have all the back rows set, and Manch will know what each one of those are. We'll have Spell Condition of Prophecy search. We'll grab a Spell Book of Wisdom, which means we really want this Temperance to go through, and we know that it won't, based on our opponent's back row.
there's World. It can get back Fate and or Power. No, it has to get back both. It's not up to 2, it is 2. We have Michelle Gruner in the Watchers chat being anti-Semitic to actually Jewish players, so that's weird. But yeah, nice guy. He's German too. That just makes it kind of okay. I'll just focus on the game. So we're triggering World. Here comes the chains. Compulsory evacuation device. Using the wisdom on the board because we're going to call traps. It's not looking good for Nick. Yep, there it is. Match takes game 2. So normally this would be the deciding duel, but this is a single elimination round and it's the finals. They've both come this far, and the last thing either one of them needs is an open of something like Rescue Rabbit or Gateway of the Six to just ruin the entire event for either one of them. So we've decided we're going to move this to a best of 5. That way they both have enough time for a lucky outcome like that. And hopefully neither of them get either one, and it just comes down to who the better player is or who has the better deck.
Hey guys, sorry about that, but I am back. Alright, cool. So he evened it out, huh?
He got off Mind Crush, read the guy's entire back row before it was set.
Wow.
And used a search card to get Spellbook of Wisdom to stop the compulsory he knew was coming, and Temperance just threw it into World and blew up the board.
Very nice.
So we have Nick going first in game 3.
So you have a lot of experience with spellbooks. How do you like the match between Fire Fist and spellbooks? Is it pretty much just a throw up, or is it kind of one-sided a little bit more?
When I had 3 Fates, it was basically a guaranteed win.
Yeah.
Both Fire Fist and Mermails were the easiest matchup I had, and I was losing to very, very weird things that people were still using.
Mm-hmm.
Fate was such a powerful card, and nobody knew what it did. Like, people were chaining lands to it, not realizing it doesn't target.
Yeah.
When May came around, and I was given Judgment, Fire Fists just weren't even playable. If you were playing Dragons, I had a guaranteed chance of beating you.
Right.
And it wasn't until August when I lost to Christopher Lee that I even finally lost a match against Dragons. Jugging was just too powerful.
Yeah.
But now with 1 Fate, it is certainly a lot tougher. What you're going to have to do is protect your tower at all costs and never end your turn without a Secrets or Spellbook library of Secrets. Like, you're going to want a Secrets for Blue Boy for another Secrets, and like just always try and keep the Blue Boy on the board to keep Fate alive,
Right.
and always have Secrets to get Fate back, so you can put it back with Tower and then Secrets into it, because if you can't get it off multiple times, you will lose. He's subletting the back row attack by running Regeki Breaks, and he's moved the... Why would he bother to take the cards out of his deck for Crescent?
I'm not sure. And he rolled a 5, which I thought was... Oh, 5 and 6 is... Oh, okay, I read it wrong.
Yeah. But you're going to want Tower to put back Fate every time, and you're going to want to keep searching for it.
Yeah.
But he's running Divine Wrath, and he's running Regeki Break to try and make up for the lost Fate resolutions.
Yeah, definitely.
Fortunately, those are going to cost him cards in hand. So he needs... This isn't Dragon Rulers. You're not... Fire Fist Dragon's a good call. You're not getting free costs anymore. Discarding Crescent is a good idea, and it makes Master better, certainly.
Yeah.
But I don't believe Manch even has, like, Magician of Fate. Like, he's not a big fan of the discarding. He's running Retorts for the Mirror, which used to be a cute idea. He's got Soul Drain, which is going to do nothing. A third MST, which would be really helpful in this matchup.
Oh yeah, definitely. No Dust Tornado. Oh, he is he siding Decrees?
No.
Hmm.
He does have a Breaker.
Oh, okay.
We have 96 launchers.
Yeah, that's definitely a good number. I don't remember what we had for the last finals, but we can always check.
It helps when you have Earl and myself in here because people like to follow admins around.
Oh
They
yeah.
go, what's going on? They see that there's two of us in here and they don't leave.
They lose it.
Divine Wrath, which is fantastic.
Very nice.
Divine Wrath is a very underrated card. Being spell speed 3 means you can't respond to it to save your monster with something like Lance.
Right.
And because it just says when a monster effect is activated, you can even Divine Wrath something like Effect Veiler.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But I don't personally know. I could probably look into it. Is Serpentine Princess. There's 2 rules involving the deck. One is that you can't destroy cards in the deck, and one is that you can't activate cards in the deck. And Chain Destruction destroys cards in the deck, and then sends them to the graveyard as part of its effect. Divine Wrath doesn't say this. And Serpentine Princess is the only card in the game, I believe, that activates in the deck. It's a very old card before that rule was made. So if you were to Divine Wrath Serpentine Princess while it was in the deck, would Divine Wrath destroy it?
Right.
And since you can't destroy it by definition, since Divine Wrath doesn't even send to the graveyard either, if it does destroy it, what happens to it? And if you can't, does that mean you can't Divine Wrath Serpentine Princess in the first place?
It's like Inception.
So we have secrets. He did side in the Breaker. I'm going to check his graveyard before searching. Verify that the only book in there is in fact Power. And Blue Boy, if you count him as a book. I used to, when I had Judgment, because everyone was calling the deck Prophecy, but to be blunt, Spellbook Magician of Prophecy is the only card in the entire deck with Prophecy in its name. And he's also a spellbook, so it's just a spellbook deck. It's back to a Prophecy deck now. It's good to see Presence still being used. It's a deceptively useful card.
Oh yeah, people love that card.
Seen a lot of abandonment of Starhall, but they also only run one of the Power. I still am a huge proponent of Starhall. It turns Kaiku into a win condition. It is itself a win condition. It'll grab you your Temperances, and it's a spell of Power that's going to last during their turn as well.
Mm-hmm.
Be surprised how big a difference just 3 counters on Starhall will make for you. It's enough to get you. It gets every Prophecy monster released to date after 3 counters gets to a new. Can't remember the term for them. There are certain attack levels that are like benchmarks. That's
okay.
And 3 counters was the magic number, and 3 counters, 3 spells just happened to also get Jowgen from the deck.
Mm-hmm.
Like everything was about 3s: 3 for Fate, 3 for Jowgen, 3 for Starhall.
Right.
It was getting your Kaiku to 21. It was getting your Priestess to 28. Like
yeah.
It was just beautiful.
Hello there, guys.
Welcome back, Jamie. Every time I look back at the duel, he's got another Secrets on the board. Oh, it's the same one. He's just finally resolving that surge.
I'm just trying to get back into the game here now. Which game is it, 2?
9, so.
It's we're in 3 right now. It's
so
1.
Is it 1-1?
Yes, it
Yep.
is.
So okay, cool.
You're about to witness the first game 4 ever in a tournament, as far as I know. Not sure if people have done this before or not. They probably have. It's been 10 years, but still. One thing became very apparent today. Earl and myself cannot judge this alone. As soon as something comes up that Earl can't do by himself, which is no fault of his, like if he needs like an appeal,
right,
or something involving tournament policy, then I have to go to that game and help him. And then that's 100% of our judge staff in that duel.
right.
And that's the part where we're the only dueling network admins online, so we have 20 people PMing us asking for help. And then there was 2 other games in the tournament that we're documenting right now that also needed our attention.
See, somebody needs to fund your tournaments, because they would, like, your tournaments run smooth and beautifully, but if there was just maybe somebody who could, hire somebody and, give them something to, as you said, maybe get more judges or get more people to enter the tournament and just make things run more smooth, that'd be awesome. And that's what we got to do. So everybody watching this, if you want to judge any things, get your name out there for judging from the guys who do the organization. That'd be fantastic for a judge resume, because the organization is who pretty much does it all. Dan, people don't know too much about what you and Pharaoh Attempt do. They really, really don't. And I feel like you should write an article or just talk about it in a separate video and, kind of enlighten the people so they kind of realize how hard you two work.
If you take a look at YGOrganization.com, there's a spot where Atem gives a bit of backstory.
Oh, okay.
As to what it is. Like, if you go to organization.com, and you said you were going to put a link in the description of the video.
Oh yeah, definitely.
If I remember.
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. If you click the About Us part, Atem gives a very brief resume of what the organization is, who they are, and what they do.
One important thing of note, though, is there is a distinct difference that only matters in some ways, but it is there, between Yugi Organization and the organization. The organization is a group of 14 people run by Pharaoh Atem. He's the leader of it. He founded it. When our job is to translate all the cards coming out in Japan into English, then localize them, and then put them into problem-solving card text so that everybody knows what they do properly. Because, quite frankly, Shriek is terrible, and we never want another like Pulsar issue again, because it was really bad for the game when that happened.
Yeah, it was. Oh my god.
But
Synchro with Light Pulsar, get it back. Oh my god.
Yugi Organization is a website that I wanted to start when metagame.com went away. It was just a website for people to come to where they can learn about the game and get better at it. Not just news, but strategy articles. Like Jeremy Thibault here recently released an article about how Max C is the most improperly used card in the current format. And I wanted people to have a place to learn and grow and discuss the game. And I have separate sections in it, and I have separate teams of people in it. I have a small group of strategy writers, including Steinman and Bausman, and I think he called himself Lizgate, whatever, based Lolly, and Jeremy here. But then the news division, I actually hired the organization itself for that. So I work for Earl in the organization, and Earl works for me in the Yugi organization.
Right. Well, everybody who just listened to that, good. I think what I want you and Pharaoh Attempt to do, would to, maybe sit down or just do a Skype interview or whatever the hell you guys want to do, and talk about exactly what you guys do and put that on my channel so people can realize what you guys actually do. Because I know I've said this for anybody else watching this and the other feature matches. I know I've told you multiple times that, check out the website and how awesome it is and everything, but I feel like you should maybe hear it from them in a little bit more depth to kind of let people realize, how hard you guys work and how much time and effort you put into it.
I'd be okay with doing that.
All right, that's awesome.
Thankfully, Stoic doesn't miss timing, because that's a gorilla.
Oh yeah, I know.
It's not that would make Stoic miss timing. The only time that Gorilla ever makes anything miss timing is when you run over Abyssland and them getting Abyss Spike isn't the last thing to happen, so Abyss Spike can't activate. That's the only time Gorilla ever causes anything to miss time. interactions like that anyway.
Thank you. I was mistaken there. He didn't attack the speller? I must have missed it.
Well, he doesn't want it to get to temperance. I'm guessing.
That says a lot about his back row. Or it says what he wants it to say about his back row, and he's hoping that a normal summon of temperance will be brave enough. He's got double secrets and power in his banished file. 102 launchers, pretty good.
Now, if only they all played.
Check out this power reviews.
And then somebody watching the game will be like, huh, maybe I'll go take a look at that.
And there's the temperance.
Is it going to get there, is the question. Uh-oh.
World. He's got 2 in hand, and he's got Tower and Fate and Eternity in his graveyard. So
he's got. Did you say he has a? Does he have a secrets in hand?
He would now because he used Eternity on it.
Well, I wonder why he didn't go for a wisdom, unless he has it.
I'm curious why he didn't bring back the Fate from his graveyard instead of that Eternity.
And why isn't there a field bomb?
Probably because he's only got 3 books in his hand.
But I thought his hand was. What was his hand?
His hand was Secrets, the Tower he added back, and the Eternity he added back. And now the Secrets has become a Wisdom. The 4th card must not be a book.
Ooh.
So that's the Wisdom set. So he has Eternity in hand with the Secrets and a Power banished. And another card in his hand.
Awfully scary not going for that Wisdom first. In case there was, like, Bottomless or something. Unless Bottomless is gone. I only came in about halfway through this game. I don't know what's in Nick's graveyard.
The only summon response card in Nick's graveyard is Torrential Tribute.
So there's still compulsory, which would be incredibly scary. Bottomless. There's also 2 copies of Fiendish Chain. Yeah. Oh, and side deck stuff. I forgot to look at side deck stuff. Nothing very big there, I guess.
The only side deck cards we've seen from Nick are the Iron Walls, and from Muhammad are the Breaker and the 2 Mind Crushes. It appears Earl has joined the call. Haven't heard anything from him yet, though.
He is listening. He's watching us.
Just waiting for something surprising.
Earl!
It's a good surprise.
Greetings, Earl.
It's good to hear you all.
Hey, Earl. I missed you.
So come by the shop again sometime, Marshall.
I plan on it, man. You know, I just haven't been in Columbus for a while, and then when I have, you know, there aren't really too many tournaments to, or there wasn't even a tournament that weekend, so I couldn't make it down there, but as soon as I can, I'd like to again. You guys got a nice place.
Well, you're always welcome.
Thanks. All right, cool. So Fire Fist lose 2 in a row, and we go into game 4.
Nick, hopefully your draws change in the next games. Ooh.
Hopefully the match could take it right here with this last game, but Nick's gonna be going first. First ever game 4.
Let's see how she runs. All right, how have things been in my absence?
They've been all right. Me and Dan have been holding it down pretty good. We got Underworld 6667 to do a commentary earlier. That was for the top 4. Or no, yeah, that's top 4.
I appreciate all the work everyone's put into this. I more so meant this match, though. I suppose Manch had a rough game 1 then?
It was long. It was yeah. It was about 20 minutes when I checked my time on my video.
Game 1 would have started at the 0 mark naturally, but that's the 0 timer is when he hits host game. So it wasn't until 4 seconds when Manch actually accepted Nick into the duel. They started after rock paper scissors after 2 minutes due to setup and the fact that they picked the same thing 4 times. And then game 1 ended 20 minutes and 44 seconds into the round. Then game 2 ended 30 minutes and 8 seconds in, and game 3 ended 48 minutes 57 seconds in, and they're starting at 49 minutes 35. Game 4. There could still be a 5th game.
It's a pretty strong start, that's for sure.
I'm pretty sure Nick is probably pretty happy he got the chance to play 5 games and not showered, because otherwise he'd be sulking in his shower right now.
Wait, I must have missed something. Why are both Tenki and Tensu face up? What did he Tenki for?
He Tenki'd for Dragon, I believe, and then he played Tensu to trigger Dragon's effect.
Okay,
I believe that's what happened.
Okay, thank you.
There's Temperance.
Your starting rate with Magician Secrets is 110%. Oh man, is there gonna be a field bomb here? Wait, are there even 3 books in his grade? Oh yeah, there are.
Wow.
That would be devastating here. Oh my
This
goodness.
is not gonna end well.
Is this? No way. Is
Let's
this?
see if. Remember, guys, there may be something that could do something about this.
Valor!
But he's got the wisdom and the fate. What the hell could do something?
Oh man, I think Nick's pretty upset right now. I don't know what he's feeling.
Oh, whatever he's feeling doesn't matter one bit. He'd better have an answer amongst those 3 set cards or those 2 in his hand.
I'm guessing.
I think we're gonna see a disconnect here.
Nah, let's not presume the worst.
That's not bad.
I wonder if he's gonna. He should just let that resolve. He should 100% just let that resolve. No, wait, maybe not.
He has the wisdom.
He
He
does.
could shut that down.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Right.
And it
Fiendish
seems
chain.
he's going to choose to.
Yeah. Fiendish chain wouldn't do anything at this point anyway. I'm wrong. So yeah, there it goes.
Okay, I'm presuming him sending it to the graveyard means he's letting the whole thing resolve, otherwise something's not quite right. And back go those.
And at least by chaining the Compulse, you can't use the Crescent now because there's a Wisdom in his graveyard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, you can only
That's
use 1 crescent per turn.
Yeah,
too.
but it more so means for next turn. If there probably will be something else that he might might maybe have in his hand to mess that plan up. Oh, this is gonna uphill as hell.
That's
This
crazy.
is interesting though.
So the
Oh,
That sets up. That probably sets up the Fate and the Tower, and gets in a little extra damage. One nice thing about World is that you can actually throw on the power for a nice little extra 1k burn if you so are inclined. We didn't get that nearly as often back with our Priestess builds.
I know he doesn't run, the 101, but could he have Wolfbarked into Excite Knight? Because he's pretty down on card advantage.
I don't have his deck list handy. Do you, Jeremy?
I do. He is playing Excite. No, yeah, he's playing Excite Knight, but not Shark Knight. So he could have done that.
That's the new one that takes your opponent's face-up attack position monster?
Face-up attack position special summoned monster, yes.
Oh, okay, it's special summoned, alright.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, people bring their Arknights in attack mode so their opponent can respond by playing Arknight and taking theirs.
Right.
What's Arknight's defense?
Good.
Is it? I thought it was 21,000.
I think so, yes. There's something around that.
Oh man, double world.
Here we go.
Are we gonna see a Dyson Sphere here, do you think?
He's gonna...
That would be kind of funny, but I don't know why he would do that.
Yeah, there it goes.
And there it is, guys. So, before I want to end this video, I want everybody to kind of, say your farewells to everybody watching this video. Obviously, on behalf of all of us, we want to say thank you for watching this video. Thank you for checking out all the links in the description below, and thank you for checking out all the other YouTube channels, and thanks for participating in the organization tournaments for all of you that played, if you are watching this as well. Dan, Earl, and Jeremy, do you guys have anything else you'd like to say?
I'd like to say that it's incredible he managed to get 4 duels done in under an hour when he went into time all 6 rounds before this, and they were an hour long each round.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'd personally like to say I'm grateful for everyone who turned out. Not just our players, but Dan put a lot of work into this, and everybody, and yourself, Marshall, and you, Jeremy, as well. Pretty much, and Chris was involved as well. So many people really put a lot of work into this.
Right.
And seriously, we're just doing this to enrich the community, and seriously, everyone seems to have a blast every time.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah. Hey, spread the word. We're going to keep doing these as often as we bloody can, and and nothing will stop us.
100%, guys. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. As always, like I said, check out the links. Like, comment, subscribe. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. The organization is awesome. DarkWorldMOFO out. Bye, guys. Hold on, say that again. Oh, wait, never mind. Don't say that. Wait, is it record? What's going on? Okay, anyway, really quick, guys. I know the video ended. I don't even know if you're listening to this, but the match got $52 for winning. So, that's pretty good prize support. Store credit, but still.
Got 27 as well.
It's good, and $27. That's a lot of money. All right, guys. Bye-bye.